The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
On the Eagles Sports Network, standing alongside Coach Jordan Taylor, I'm Tanner Swift as we take a look at the upcoming schedule for men's and women's swimming. And Coach, I remember talking to Lisa and Marcelo at the end of last year, just 2 weeks after NCAAs finished, and they mentioned they did not have a lot of time off. They got right back in the pool and started to work out. How do you prep your team for one of the seasons in college where you last from September to March?
Essentially, we never really take a break. We make it year-round. They get their 2-week break after their last meet in the spring, and then we were straight back at it. We had our off-season practices. We had some additional extras that they could do as an option, which most of them signed up for, and especially our athletes who competed at nationals and our international athletes who went back home this summer to race. They were all focused on summer meets. And so that gave them something to focus on and prepare for. And then through the summer we had 12 athletes stay here, work out with us 6 days a week. All our other athletes, we kept checking in on them, making sure they were doing their thing at home, lifting and swimming. And I've told them that we're hitting the ground running when August gets here. We can't be taking the first 2 or 3 months to get back into shape. And the way the team are at right now, their mindset and everything like that, they're pretty good with that. There's a couple of people who could have done a little bit more this summer, but they came in, they had a few weeks or a week or so here on campus, just kind of getting all the physicals and everything like that checked in and put in place. They were coming in optionally working out and doing their part, and then when we started on the 31st, everyone's been good. I mean, the first week, a little bit hard, a little bit rough for them, but it's been good. We've made it harder than it's ever been before, made the intervals harder, practices a little bit longer, put more challenging sets in there, sets that I know that the swimmers won't be able to complete unless they do a really great job. And so over the last couple of weeks there's been sets that only 1 or 2 people have managed to complete, but that just means that those athletes, you can expect them to be seen at nationals this year, and the athletes that are challenging themselves to get there are going to be pushed every single day rather than making stuff super easy and they're never challenged. And so it's been a year-round process. Every year we build upon the previous year. We don't really take breaks and stuff like that, and that keeps us in good shape ready for this long season.
You take a look at your D2 schedule this year, have a trip to University of Indy, Emory and Emory, and you also hold a meet here at home against Wingate. How important was it for you to have probably one of the tougher schedules in all of the nation?
Yeah, so again, as part of growing this program, we're trying to raise the standard in practice, raise the standard of the team, but also challenge our team to race faster, more continuously through the year. In the past, we've gone undefeated for 2 or 3 seasons back to back in our dome meets, but a lot of our top athletes have never been challenged in those meets, and so every year I try to find harder and harder meets. Last year we went down to Nova and raced a lot of the top D2 schools there, and this year we're starting with Wingate here, nationally ranked top 10 program, a school we've never managed to beat before, but we're hopefully going to get in there and do that this year. Then we're going to Emory, who are D3 national champions. Again, Wingate will be there, Catawba will also be there, and so that's a challenging 2-day meet against some really tough teams. And then racing University of Indianapolis, another school that have kind of come on our radar. They've been doing really well the last couple of years. They're growing their program. We're doing the same here. Their coaches are impressed with us. I'm really impressed with their program. They finished top 5 at nationals this past year, and if we want to get to the top and be the best, we've got to race the best, and that's going to really help prepare our athletes for the challenge of conference and nationals that will lie ahead.
You take a look at the University of Tennessee meet, something that you did last year. What have your conversations been with that coaching staff, and even just for your newcomers or returners just getting that experience?
The mid-season meet at University of Tennessee, a good kind of benchmark for us. We're racing against 7 Division I schools and ourselves. Again, that's part of trying to find the hardest meets we can to prepare this team for the challenges of the spring at nationals. But since last year, we just kind of focusing on the things we picked up there. Where are the D1 athletes beating us? Is it on the swimming? Is it on the skills, mindset, confidence? Just all those little areas. Typically it's been on a lot of the skills, their starts, their turns, their underwaters, and so we've kind of tried to focus on that as we went towards conference last year, and then as we start this year, focus on those skills early and make sure that when we get there, we're as prepared as possible to race those guys, not just on the swimming portion, but also on the racing skills themselves. Another part of that is like the excitement and the mindset. 3 years ago now, we went to Georgia Tech and raced Division I schools, and probably about 20 to 25% of the team wanting to be there. We're excited about racing some of the best swimmers in the country, racing the D1 teams. The rest of the team didn't want to go down there, didn't want to be challenged. They were like, I'm going to get beat, it's going to be awful. And the meet was kind of landed that way. Quarter of the team done great, and the other quarter was a little bit like, didn't know what to do. This past year when we went to Tennessee, the attitude was much better. And this year, I guarantee it's going to be even better again. We realised last year that we can mix it with the best in the country from Division 1. We had a number of athletes make it into A finals against some of the best swimmers in the country. And as a freshman coming to this program, they might be a little bit nervous as freshmen going into that environment, but with the returning team that have been there, done that, they've made finals, they know what it's like, they're going to feed off that and just follow along. And if I'm a freshman coming to college, I'll be nervous, but I'll be excited. I can say like, hey, I'm racing some of the best swimmers in the country, racing D1 schools, and that's a really awesome experience. And so I hope they appreciate that and kind of go in with the right mindset for that.
You graduate a great senior class last year. Is there somebody in particular that is a returner this year that you're expecting a big year from?
At this point with the team, we've got so many people. Obviously the ones who made it to nationals last year. On the guys' side, Caleb, John Lancaster, Marcelo, who all made it individually. I expecting those guys to do what it takes to get back there at nationals and take along some others with them. There's a few of our athletes, Chad and Andre, Ivo, and Nicola, that just missed out individually. And if we can kind of get them sneaking in and making that qualifying time, that would be great. And pulling along some of our freshmen, we've got some really strong freshmen that could also be making appearances at nationals as individuals or on relays. With the girls, same idea, making sure that we're qualifying the girls who qualified last year, CJ and Lisa, but also trying to get some individual swims out of people like Mary, Ellie, and again having the strength there with our relays. So yeah, there's not really one individual or anything like that. I think this whole team are going to rise up to the challenge of this season, do best times across the board, and if we put our best foot forward, that puts us in the best position to qualify for nationals. It means we get there and we're ready to do the best that we can, and that'll put us where it puts us nationally. But I expect this year to be better than it's ever been before. Everything I've seen from the team, the personality, the atmosphere, the workouts, I couldn't fault them at all, and I'm excited to see where this season takes us.
Coach, thank you for your time.
Thanks.
He's Coach Jordan Taylor. I'm Tanner Swift, and this is the Eagles Sports Network.